cages were full, the young rabbits soon had no space to stretch out, stand, jump or hop. They're born into a cage, and that's where they stay, till slaughter 80 days later for their meat. It was even worse for the breeding does. They'll be in solitary confinement for 2 years, producing litter after litter. For a few seconds, they'll be yanked from their cage, artificially inseminated, and dropped back in again. They've not even weaned their current litter before they're made pregnant again.
It wasn't just the row upon row of cages that came as a shock. The farms were filthy, grimy, poorly managed places. Cobwebs of fur and dust hung from the cages, fixtures and roof rafters. One farm's floor was covered in fur. It was surreal, like a carpet of snow. The stress of a cage life can exacerbate abnormal behaviour. For these rabbits, it was pulling out their own fur. And it was so hard to breathe in some of the farms. Ammonia levels were sky high through lack of ventilation and a build-up of waste under the cages. I saw some waste piles so high, you'd have to wade across them just to check on the rabbits.
When farms are this dirty and rabbits confined so closely, infection and disease is inevitable. Through the mesh, I could see sad eyes that were inflamed, sore, or sealed over with pus. Every farm had rabbits with head tilts. It's an infection caused by a parasite, and it leaves them unable to hold their heads up properly. It's hard to see, eat and drink, but these farmers were just turning a blind eye.
The last farm I saw had an outbreak of a fungal infection which was affecting the rabbit's skin. Most of the rabbits were suffering, but by the farmer's own admission, none were receiving any treatment. Typically though, rabbit factory farms spend millions of euros each year on medications. I found bucket loads of empty antibiotics and vaccination bottles, used to keep these rabbits alive just long enough to get to slaughter. Despite the drugs, many rabbits still won't survive the battery cage.
I saw corpses of rabbits left rotting on cages, in walkways, waste pits, or just in the open air. Flies buzzed around my camera continuously and crawled all over the cage bars. But I knew for every rabbit that died, there would be another to replace it, and another, and another.